Hi, this is Julie at Love's Beginning with a blog post called Without Judgment. Phenomenality is very distracting, but only if you judge it. Notice how you seem to judge the worth and the value of the character you are playing according to what happens to it. You also judge the value and the worth of the character according to what it seems to do. And you judge all the other characters in the same way. Now contemplate what your experience would be like if all of this mind activity were gone. Knowing the full worth and value of every being regardless of phenomenality, then there is no need for that mind activity. What happens in the absence of that? Look at what happens when you judge. You introduce something, an idea. Something has happened and you form an opinion about it, a decision about what it is not. What happens actually has no value. It only happened due to a prior thought. First there is thought, and then there is experience. Once you experience, you believe the thought. Then you have a belief that invites repeated experience. When you judge, you act as though thought is not prior to experience. When you judge, you act as though the world and the characters have a power over you that they have never had. When you judge, you see things completely backwards. When you see that judgment is backwards, it falls away. It's not a question of avoiding judgment because it's bad. You drop judgment because you see clearly that it's unnecessary and confusing. When you identify as a separate character, as a body, it seems that you need the separate character's evaluation of circumstances to move through the world. Ask yourself this: what is prior to all separate character judgment? What information is available to you when it is not drowned out by judgment based on the perceived self-interest of a separate one? Wouldn't you like to find out? Judgment is fighting to block what is already there. Fighting and struggle have become so natural to you that you don't even recognize the struggle for what it is. When you begin to witness the struggle, however, it dies down. There is a natural curiosity about what you have been blocking out with the struggle. There is a voice that tells you quite simply what needs to be done if there is something to do. This voice always leads you to happiness and fulfillment. If you want to hear it, you must surrender judgment. It's no hardship. You don't need your opinions. You'll find that you are happier without them. In the absence of ego's judgment, everything is obvious. Everything is clear. There is nothing to protect and nothing to defend, but there is guidance to follow for as long as you show up as a body in a world. The guidance is easy to hear as long as you are not busy playing with your opinions. They aren't yours. They are sent to you by ego, which you invented in order to have the experience of believing that you are the character. When you can see that adopting ego's opinions makes your experience very confusing, it's easy to let them go. As you stop valuing ego's opinions, they stop knocking at your door. When it seems there is a decision to be made, try going back prior to your first judgment about the situation. Wait patiently there in that open space. What comes to you there? This body experience is a self-guided, capital S, self-guided tour, if you allow it to be. The unified self is always there to give instruction if it is needed. It is our delight to see you comprehend that you are the only one who can block love from your experience. As you realize your power, you are healed. As you are healed, you can share that healing. We thank you and celebrate you always as we dance eternally in gratitude and joy. Thanks for listening.